The dogs are here,
Oh,
guys.
shit, that scared the fuck out of me.
What, the dogs?
Yeah.
Hello, this is the dog episode now, guys. You guys like Lobo's butthole? That's really fun. I can't laugh, but that's really funny. I really want to laugh right now. This is gonna physically hurt me, man.
It's gonna physically hurt you.
You're right.
It's gonna hurt me.
Oh, I see. It's gonna physically hurt you, but it's gonna really hurt your mom's wallet. She has to pay for the $10,000 funeral.
Snap benefits caught right before. Alrighty. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Lemme Dink podcast. Whether you're on the way to work, on the way to school, or just got a couple minutes, hours, days to kill, go on that Lemme Dink marathon, buddy boy, old pal.
Yes.
Thank you guys for coming back from the Thanksgiving break. I hope you guys had a safe, a fun holiday. So, how was your Thanksgiving?
Pretty good. I got a sore throat now.
Oh,
so my voice sounds different, if you guys can tell.
Boyfriend put you to work, huh?
All day.
Something got stuffed and it wasn't that turkey.
I had to give him thanks. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, and he gave you that give. Already. Well, folks, my Thanksgiving was pretty uneventful. Besides my whole family fucking roasted me. It
like the
sucks.
turkey you are.
It sucks being the second oldest of the new generation of people in your family, and to be the only one who doesn't have a significant other, and to have even cousins who are like 16 years old,
like
start bringing kids. No, there was my cousin who brought her boyfriend. And she's either 17 or 16, and they were like, the whole family met him or whatever. Nice guy. I'll give that to him. But then, after the new guy was all, worn in, the sights turned on to me.
You're like, where's your lovely wife?
Dude, they were getting desperate, man. Yeah. I'm not gonna, say if my family's progressive or not, but at this point, they were saying they do not care what I bring home as long as it's something.
They were like, bring a black woman home.
What? No, they were like, bring a guy home at this point.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be like, we'll turn off the racism just for you.
Jesus Christ. No, my mom is,
Well, yeah, I was going to say our parents are like from these, like we grew up here.
My mom is like racist, but she doesn't even know she's racist. She always tells me, I want you to marry an Asian girl, but I want you to, I don't even know if this should be on the podcast.
I want you to marry an
She tells me this, okay? But let me give you everything she says. She doesn't say it in a bad way.
His mom's very nice, by the way.
Yeah. She says, I want you to marry an Asian lady, but then she also follows it with, let's marry. This is what she says.
Spit it out.
I want you to marry an Asian lady, but I want you to marry one of those like darker Asian ladies. Like she was like a Filipino.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
lady.
does she not know what a Filipino is?
But
she's just like, I want them to be hardworking, but also like still be in the kitchen.
Dude, I realized this about my mom because you've seen my mom. She's a white complected lady, even though she's Hispanic. She married my dad, who's like super brown, and like I realized this about her. And she also loves Hawaiian people. She's also said that. She was like, also Hawaiian. I confronted her. I was like, you just have a weird thing with seeing brown people with slanty eyes. I realize that. You just like that. That's what you like.
Does your dad have slanty eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and she made two little ones, me and my sister, who were brown with slanty eyes. And she wants me to continue that. And I realized that. And I'm like, you just, like, this is like if you were really into Minions, and then you married like a really big
Minion?
like whitish or Asian guy, and then you have like big like round one-eyed kids, and you want those kids to marry more one-eyed yellow guys. You can't do that. That's messed up. At least in my opinion, you can't do that. That's messed up, man.
The race pure.
That's what I'm saying, but that's crazy. That's not even her race.
Nah, I know. She's
fuck?
Just like, I really admire your race.
Yeah, literally. She's like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. The way I took it was like, I don't know why. I think I need to do less of this, but I took it more hilarious. Like, I took it more like in her mind, like, these guys are so funny to see walking around. I got to see more of these guys.
When you were saying like, I want you to date like a brown Asian woman, I didn't think she was saying like in terms of like, so your kids can look the exact same as you. I thought she was saying because okay. In my head, I always thought she was saying like because they kind of have similar values to Mexicans.
That's what she says it for, because she's all like, I know how Latinas are.
Yeah.
So she's all like, I honestly don't want you to go through that. So she's all like, well, because that's what pisses me off too, at least a little bit, because like, since I've never shown them how, like, and it's not like I'm horrible with girls or whatever, but like, I've never shown them how I am, like like me next to a girl being like, this is my girl, right?
Yeah.
So in
Oh, you
my,
never brought a girl home, like being like, "This
I
is my girlfriend."
have, but like, actually, here's the thing that pisses me off. I was the first one to do it. So that's
Oh,
what pisses. I'm just like, come on, guys, give me. Records are meant to be broken, guys. So if I said it, I gotta break it again.
yeah.
What are we doing here? Okay, but no, like I think they haven't seen me with a girl, so maybe in her head she's like, oh,
You've been
like
striking out this whole time.
no, more like he's so sensitive. Like the first girl that comes around, she's gonna be super mean to him or something. Where it's
Oh,
just like, no,
what?
lady, like, cause she's all like, she doesn't want me to date a Latina, right? Cause
Yeah,
she's all like, oh, he might get hurt or whatever,
yeah, yeah.
whatever her weird thinking is. My thinking to be like, how does she get to that conclusion? Is maybe she thinks that since in her head that I don't like talk to girls a lot or whatever,
Oh,
that maybe if I go with the Latina, she's just gonna chew me up and spit me out since I don't have like a
oh,
lot of like
experience with
experiment.
girlfriends.
When in reality, that's all I go for, lady. I mean, I wouldn't be open to other people too, but like that makes less sense to me. Like, going with someone that I'm not familiar with, because that doesn't, in my head, doesn't that make more opportunity for them to like take advantage of? Or I don't know,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
I don't. I mean, I see what you're saying,
Any
but like,
brown slanty haired girls out there
any
wanna test me?
when I
Test my gangster?
test my gang, want to see if my
Test my
gun is
nine
real or not.
millimeter
Might want to see if my gun is real or not. My
BB
nine,
gun?
my.
BB gun. I don't know if the CIA agent on me that was assigned to me
Do
is
you think
still
you're
on
the
me.
CIA agent
I
assigned to you is throwing girls at you?
um, you know what I think he's doing? I think he's putting like weird stuff on my porn.
Oh,
I don't know if when you search something, like if you're connected on the internet. So let's say, right, you and me. I don't know if me searching up stuff will, just because we're on the same internet, end up coming up on your phone. But I've been noticing whenever
maybe.
I go on like websites
You
recently,
just get a bunch of porn with
dude.
brown slanty eyed
No,
girls.
no, no, no.
Your mom's just like throwing you hits.
I've been getting so much girl on girl, like so much,
Oh,
and like, but like I'm talking about every video after every video, and I'm just like, one, I never search it up. Two, I don't have an account or anything to log into to be like, oh, you're back again. Here's the stuff that you like.
okay.
Never. I always go incognito. Like I don't get how every time I'm clicking, it's going back to girl on girl.
Oh, well, I remember when like when I was watching porn in high school, like I didn't have an account either, but I would see like the same video pop up or like similar videos pop up,
Yeah.
and at first I was like, "Oh, that's weird. This is also trending again a month later," and then I'd be like, "Wait, no, this is like it remembers me. This totally remembers
Right,
me. It
dude.
totally remembers me."
Dude, right? Because you could tell if you ever click on one weird thing accidentally, and then it shows you the rest of like
Right, right. In the same session, that makes sense. But if it keeps
same
coming back,
section.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's like the same session, like oh, I fucked up my today's algorithm. I fucked it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
But
I get exactly what
but
you're
if it's
saying.
like I come back like a month later and like it's still showing me that stuff, I'm like, okay, the homepage is not just randomly all of a sudden starting to just become more whatever this type of video is. It's like it totally remembers me.
Do you ever search up stuff in different languages, see what happens?
I don't really, no.
I
I was gonna say I don't
remember.
really, I never really search things up, but I guess no, I did sometimes, but no, I never in like only in English.
I'm gonna give you guys a hack. I'm gonna give you guys a hack at home. If you're not bilingual,
If you like Latinas,
if you like Latinas, put in nalgona. God, bro, stop, bro, stop. It's almost, I remember the first time I tried that, I was
yeah,
like, I wonder if this would work, because like everything on a lot of these sites are like in English, so I'm like, I wonder
yeah,
if it even has like a Chinese and a
yeah,
Spanish option. It's like the
a
black
whole new world.
dude. It was like a wormhole onto a side of the internet I had no idea about. Have you ever? And then that opened my mind. I remember the
And
other day.
YouTube is the same thing.
I remember the other day I went into Google. I forgot what I put in. I put from English to French, and then I copied the French version, put it into Google, and everything that came out was French. And I was like, dude, like, I mean, I know that Google works in French, but at the same
Yeah,
time, to see it, to see every single thing there in French, and to even think like, here's like the Yahoo version of France, the France
yeah,
office in the Yahoo office in France,
yeah,
and there's a bunch of employees there working. They're talking in French, blah blah blah, and they're probably reporting on some of the same stuff that
yeah.
we're reporting on, but they have no idea about the English version either because they're just on their own side of the world. Like that blows my mind. That makes me really think that aliens are real. Honestly,
That reminds me, like I remember when I found out back to the porn. I found out that
nice.
like the most viewed videos on like those websites are Indian videos,
Of course,
and I never once put it. I'm like, oh yeah, and the thing is, like, I never once like found an Indian video on my homepage, but then as soon as like I found one and it started like showing me all the suggested, I'm like, how are these things all getting like hundreds of millions of views? And it's just like, oh, I guess I never really thought about it. I guess they are all horny too, and they don't. It's not like one of those countries that has restricted internet access. So
they're the whole like man, this is gonna be really sucky to do brown on brown, hate, but those Indian guys are known for being horny, and like that's just not a stereotype.
they have
Like,
terrible like rape laws over there.
yeah, I forgot there was a YouTuber who went over there for like a festival. I think it's the Color Festival where you throw like a
Yeah,
bunch of like chalk to represent the new year or something like that. And he was talking about how his host family had told him to come with them into this part of the crowd or whatever, and
yeah,
that he didn't notice until he was like there and everything was happening, that like the crowds are separated by women and men,
yeah,
because if any women were to go in there, it's like almost guaranteed that you're gonna get groped or touched in a way that you don't want to, and that's absolutely insane.
yeah,
Because like if you talked about like I mean, fuck America,
yeah,
any country that's just like you have a crowd, and if you go in there, you're guaranteed to be like grabbed. It's just like, what are we doing in there, bro? Like,
yeah.
where's the police? Like, what the
Well,
civility?
that's the thing is like at least in America, like what's I mean I'm not a girl, but at least like in America, if somebody was like this guy touched my ass, other guys would be like, yo, what the fuck are you
What's your
doing?
problem,
Yeah, what?
bro?
Yeah, yeah, and like probably get punched. But like it's also like kind of crazy how like like India, like a lot of parts of the country are not very developed,
Mhm.
so it's like things are bound to happen in underdeveloped parts of a country. But also like Japan has the same problem, and they're like supposed like I mean they not supposedly, but
Oh
they're like
yeah,
they're supposed to be like the
more
top of the
respectful
world
or
and like
whatever.
respectful, like the best at technology.
Yeah,
And these guys also still have to separate their trained
because they
by
get
gender.
the two like faces of the same coin in
Yeah,
terms of like hoardiness, but like one society you would say is way more cleanlier,
yeah.
cleaner.
Cleansly,
They're
guys.
not
English
as
is our first
yeah,
language,
yeah,
guys.
Jesus. Not gonna search that up,
Search
guys.
that up, guys.
It just
You
I
won't get
mean,
Japanese girls if you're looking for
did you hear
not
about
gonna
that
stuff.
one YouTuber who he was getting a bunch of harassment because he went to India and he was recording for the poop festival?
I heard about it. It's that guy who like does a bunch of like in the hood stuff, right?
I think so.
That
And
guy's just like a racist though. He like because I've seen his thumbnails and it's
oh
just
really?
well, I mean, the way his thumbnails are portrayed is like he goes to like the hood and he basically just tries to show us like the ghettoest parts of a city.
Oh, okay.
And
He's
like
one of
this is
those.
like
I had only heard about him about the well, because I heard that he was getting a lot of like it was funny to me at least because he was showing his voicemail, and
oh
apparently so many people were calling him, giving him death threats and stuff. But then when you looked at the numbers for the voicemail, it was like they were man, India's got some fucked up numbers. They got like two numbers and then like four and then like three and then like seven. It's weird.
I
The
think a
numbers
lot
are
of
weird.
countries outside of Europe and United because the thing is they have to have area codes. You know, we have area codes, but
True.
since we're America and we're number one, all of our numbers technically have a one in front of them.
Really?
You ever
That's what that's at America number one.
you no, I mean not well, yeah, kind of yes. But like but
Yes, yes.
have you ever never seen like on online it'll say +1 and then a phone number?
No.
You've never seen that?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
It'll say like +1 and then like a seven
yeah,
seven
yeah, yeah,
three
yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
So like in other countries that +1 is very important because that's what country you're calling. So other countries have like four digits
Mm.
because there's so many countries. Well, actually,
We
there's only
only
like
have one.
200. There's only like 200 countries or 300. There's less than 300.
Yeah.
So there's like at the maximum three digits that you could have before your actual phone number even starts. But since we're America, like most numbers just default if you don't type in +1 to America.
Well, because it started here, no? The telephones. Well,
I think
I
so.
mean,
I don't know.
if it starts here, come on,
Come
guy.
on, we want to get number one.
Come on, we're gonna get number
Come
one.
on, we're gonna get number one.
If whoever smelt it dealt it,
And
and
we be delting and smelting our own shit.
I mean, but that's kind of like Dubai, you know? Have you ever heard about the Dubai license plates, where it's very coveted to get under? I think from 10, the license plates you can get them like single digit, and so from 1 to 9,
because they just barely started doing license plates.
something about that, but like it can look very clean. Like you could have a Mercedes with just like number 1 on the license plate,
Uh-huh.
and the numbers 1 to 9 are like you can. That if you have that license plate, you can like sell it to another person, and that you can sell it for like millions and millions of dollars because
Yeah,
it's so coveted over there.
I saw somebody with the license plates here that just said Mexico,
That's fire.
and it was a Chicago. I mean, not a Chicago, Illinois license plate.
That's fire.
That is fire. I saw another one that said oh fuck, I forgot what it says, but it was such a clean, like, I'm like, how the hell did that guy even have the fucking? I, I think it was just like Honda or something on his Honda,
Ooh, that's
and I'm
fire.
like, how did this guy just get Honda the license plate? Honda.
But it's probably like H0
No. Oh,
NDA.
well, maybe.
That's
No, I
probably
think the
how he got
zero.
around it.
I think the zero has like a cross over it, so to kind of distinguish the O and the zero. Now,
If I ever got like a fast car or something like that, I really want to get Accelerate from Ben 10. That was when I
that's
saw
the thing.
that as a
There's probably already someone out there
yeah,
that has it.
but when I saw that as a kid,
Oh, that
perfection,
dude! I remember I saw that too. I'm like, that's so cool.
dude.
How do they make up a word with other word with less letters and
And
number?
four
Yeah,
X L
LR
R and then just
8.
the number 8. Oh my god! Stop, dude. Ben 10 had some of the best names ever, bro. Like
Except
I'm talking about
forearms.
ever. That's still fire as fuck. I don't know.
I mean, that was so like
Diamond Head, Rip Jaws,
you gotta remember the 10-year-old named these guys.
XLR8 guys, Heat Blast, Alien X. I mean, what are we doing,
What are
guys?
we doing? He was like the Thanos of his universe,
Dude,
and
he was so cool. He was like a cosmic guy in his own
he
right.
wouldn't just use that guy every time. He was like, "Nah, I want to make this fight fair.
Yeah.
Forearms."
Um. What's it called? Is there is there any game that you can? I don't know if you heard about this. Courage the Cowardly Dog, the remake. They made like a scary game out of it. Well, Courage the
Oh, I
Cowardly
didn't see.
Dog is already scary, but um uh Moist Critical played it recently, and then that's where I saw it, and I was like, ooh, like I hope
Did you
that
try to do speed runs on it?
who him.
Yeah.
Uh, I just saw that he really loved it because he grew up with it, and he was talking about it so much how he wants people to go and support and everything because I think they're doing chapters.
Oh, I see.
And when he was talking about that, I was like, "Oh my god! Don't tell me it's gonna be bittersweet." Because I was thinking, man, imagine they start taking a lot of the TV shows from when we were a kid, and either they start doing what they're doing now, where like they either reboot it or they make video games out of it.
Yeah.
So my favorite when I was a kid, Ben 10 was one of them, but that's when I was older. When I was like young, and when like I would say the first cartoon that I was like into Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, bro.
I didn't get into that till
Really
I saw the reruns when I was older. But
loved it,
still, it
bro.
was still cool. Like,
Yeah.
but like I never watched TV consistently enough to like
Mm,
follow episodes.
yeah. Well, that
Well,
one. That's the thing. That one
yeah,
you didn't have to
yeah. I was gonna
really.
say but the thing is, whenever I would watch cartoons, I would always feel like I missed out on like a past episode. I'm like, there's something
Mm,
information that I'm missing out on, and it always felt like that. But yeah, you're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, most kids' cartoons don't need a continuity. They kind of just like every episode's a new story.
it's like SpongeBob, bro.
You don't need to know the characters beforehand to kind of know how the story
It's just
goes.
a sponge, a star, an octopus, and a crab.
Yeah. Dude, there was this Ben 10 video game that I played as a kid that dude, it was so good. I just like the remember how I told you how like I used to be terrible at games as a kid and like I
Yeah,
would never get past the third level.
yeah.
That was one of the only ones that I remember actually like doing multiple levels past like
Ooh,
the tutorial. And
noise.
that game was super cool because there were a bunch of it was like a puzzle game and as you progressed you unlocked every alien. So
I remember what you're talking about. That's like the one Benson game that sucks, bro.
what?
It was like I know it wasn't it diamonds and shit, and you had to like like almost like Tetris. No.
No, it was like you actually got to walk around and like
Oh, okay. Because you said puzzles, I was like, what the
well, I
fuck?
mean every game has puzzles.
All the
Well,
good
I
ones.
don't mean like literally like puzzle, but I mean most games that's like, oh, I have to like move this box so that I
Oh,
can access this lever, and I have to
oh.
kill these
Was
guys.
it 3D?
Yeah, it was 3D. You run around
Was
as
it
the aliens.
Damn, because I remember for a time I was collecting like every. It was Ben 10 Time Force, I think, and then it was Ben 10.
I have to look up what game it was, but basically it was like a kind of like a platformer where you kind of are in like 3D
Mm,
space and you are killing bad guys and
can you transform into the aliens
into
too?
any alien you want. But the thing is that that's where the puzzles came into play. Some of them, like obviously, every alien has their own abilities. So there was some like puzzles that you had to like, oh, I know this guy has this ability, so I
Yeah,
have to use like for whatever. Like, oh, the person that can shoot that far is heat blast, and I need to shoot that thing
exactly.
over there to kind of open this door.
They never gave him like a sniper guy. That did piss me off.
But it's such a oh here it
Be
is,
a cheat.
protector of Earth.
Yup. I'm 90% sure I played that one.
This
Oh
is not
wait,
a this,
PlayStation 2?
yeah,
Maybe
PlayStation
not.
2.
Fuck.
This is the game I played, Protector of Earth. Ben 10 game, Protector of Earth. And you're saying this was the what? This is not the puzzle game that you were thinking of. This is this was like you get to run around
Yeah.
and kill bad
Search up
guys.
Ben 10 Time Force or something like that.
Time Force. Oh yeah, here. Sorry, I would always pick Accelerate because he was the coolest character,
Oh,
and you can just run around and just like kill people.
Yo, that is so fun. And you know what I liked about those two? Even though the graphics at that time were like, probably
Yeah,
then they were like good. Even now, that still fits that.
yeah. But even I was gonna say because it's a cartoon, you don't need them to be like
Yeah,
perfect
bro.
quality. You can make them bad. Like, that's the thing is like people think that graphics were bad, but really it's just resolution at this point.
Mm,
Stylistically, like you don't need them to be high polygon games. But
true,
what was the
true,
other game
true.
that you wanted me to
There's I want to see if I got the name right. Ben
Ben
10
10?
Time Force. I think it was Time Force. It's because in Ben 10, when he gets older, when he goes into the Alien Force days or whatever, you fight the knights. But they're like they have something to do with like time or something.
Well, there's one on the Wii called Alien Force.
Forever Knights. The Forever Knights. You remember the Forever Knights? No, they were like
Was that a bad guy?
yeah, they were bad
Oh, I think
guys.
so.
Oh man, those guys were fucking
Ben 10
awesome.
Alien Force.
And you know why I liked it too? Because
Oh, this is like a 2D platformer.
hell yeah, dog.
Oh, is that it?
Yo, that's it. Yo, I remember playing that, bro. I remember like, man, those were the days when my parents weren't together. And I remember one Christmas, me and my dad we went to a Marquette Park, and
Uh-huh.
like I was like opening all my gifts, but it was I remember that one specifically because my dad was getting pissed off because there was people like having a party over here, but he's the one that decided to park there. So I'm like over here opening my gifts, and he's just like, "Fucking man." Like imagine you're right here, right, and you're
Yeah.
like opening your gifts, and I'm my dad, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing over there? Fucking, don't they see we're over here opening our presents? Let me put the window down. We're opening presents over here, assholes. And it's just like,
We're in a public park, Dad.
my birthday is after Christmas, but it's very close to Christmas, so
Yeah.
it's very obvious that these people were just like having a nice outing. This is
Isn't your
not Christmas
birthday a
time at
whole
all.
month afterwards?
No, my birthday's on the 7th of January,
Oh.
so it's like very close
Oh yeah, I
after.
guess you're right. I don't know why I thought it was 27th. I was like,
Nah,
isn't it like a whole month afterwards?
nah, it's right. It's like that pisses me
Yeah,
off,
it's like a
man.
week after New
It's
Year's.
a week after New Year. My birthday used to piss me off so much because whenever we would go to like Christmas and stuff, people would be like, "This is for Christmas and your birthday," and it's just like that's bullshit. Everyone gets two.
They wouldn't
Everyone
they
gets
wouldn't
Christmas and their birthday.
they wouldn't come to your Christmas party, so they could only have to give you one
Dude,
gift.
literally, some people would be like, "I'm not gonna see you for your birthday, so here you go." And you would give me this regardless if it wasn't my birthday. They're just like, "Here you go."
Yes,
This is bullshit.
yes.
That's some bullshit, bro.
You know what this
If I
is?
have a kid, I'm gonna
You know
make
what this
sure
is?
I fuck on January so that he doesn't get, you know,
Yeah.
he gets his gifts at an
Uh,
appropriate fucking time.
everybody
Bullshit.
who's seen me do stand up knows this, but I have this joke about being conceived on 9/11
Ooh.
because I was born June 12th,
Uh, 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 uh.
2002, and
I
9 months before
I
was
see your
9/11.
stories, and then you repost someone who's like Carl's talking about his parents on 9/11
Oh, you've
or
seen
something.
that? Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't. I rarely read the caption because it is. I mean, I know the jokes already, so
Yeah, there's like other ones that are like Carlos back with the Lorax.
does it again.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm just like, I wonder if those people listen to the podcast and they're just like, they're there and they're just like,
Oh,
I heard this one.
I heard this one.
This one's a good racist one.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think that's a good racist one. I don't think we. I don't think I like because other comedians tell me like, don't ever do your jokes online. Like you save that for shows because it kind of like
Don't listen to them.
what you know what
Don't listen
that
to them.
okay. I kind of feel what you're saying too, Because the thing is, a lot of the comedians tell me like, don't do your good jokes online because then if you do your good jokes at shows, people are gonna be like, I already heard this one. But also in my head, I'm like, I'm making new jokes so much.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad thing if I tell jokes that I wrote like a month ago because I'm probably never gonna do them again.
exactly,
Well, at least for me. But I think some people who are comedians say like, if it was good a month ago, you should still be able to do it a year from now.
exactly,
You know what I mean? So it's
exactly.
kind of like I understand where they're coming from, but also like I kind of want to just tell this joke to everybody already.
And then that too, I'm starting to get to that point where it's probably a little bit of ego in there, but like, don't give me advice if you're not like light years ahead of me. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I
if you guys are in the same room and they're giving you comedy advice, it's just like, what?
that's what my uncle, what's it called? We went to a comedy
What
show the other
what are
week.
you gonna take their advice for? To stay in the same room as them? That makes no sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Eh,
you barely started
no,
and you got into their room.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
think
Because
about that.
I remember some of my I went to a comedy show the other day, and uh, my uncle was like, "Oh, these guys are." I was like, "These guys are pretty good," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've seen them at open mics." I'm like, and because the thing is, the reason why we were at the show is because he knows the guy who ran the show, and he was
Mm.
like, "You should connect with him and see if we can get you on a show for like another thing," and I was
Nepotism.
exactly.
Nice.
Nice. But also when I was up at the show, I was like, I'm better than some of these people. Like I could totally get on whatever because this was a huge show. I can totally get on whatever smaller show he has. If these are his best guys,
Mm-hmm.
I'm better than probably half of them, right?
Ooh, nice.
And not to be like on but like, narcissistic or whatever, but like
I can only hear let's not get the Home Depot worker so many times.
yeah, yeah. Or but just the Mexican comedians in general is just very, in my opinion, very hacky.
Oh, they were all Mexican?
For the most part. They were all Latino, but it's also like
Oh.
it wasn't like it's the same thing like with black comedians and Mexican comedians. It's just the audience is very lazy, and so
Mm,
it's kind of hard for comedians to, or for the people who do uh jokes for those audiences to make jokes that kind of require more thinking because they just don't react to it as much. So it kind of forces these comedians to do like hacky jokes that
yeah.
kind of tell you what's funny
Hmm.
instead of you trying to figure it out. That's where my jokes I like to make the people kind of like figure it out instead of like because otherwise it's not fun.
Yeah.
But so it's like I don't want to blame the comedians, but also it's like the audience is very lazy. Like they taking part of it too. But I remember he was telling me he was like, "Oh, he's like, yeah, yeah, you might be funnier than them, but they've been doing it for so long." And I'm like, "Yeah, but Theo, they're also still doing open mic. So really, what does that tell you?"
That's
Yeah.
exactly, bro. Even because that's another thing. There's people who, like Andrew Schultz, right? Who he talks a lot about how he got his how he blew up
Yeah.
a lot from the pandemic times, but also he was one of the first comedians to really take
Wait,
social
who?
media seriously. Andrew Schultz,
Oh,
because
okay.
he remember when he did his whole thing with the comedy special, how he sold it to Netflix, and then they wanted to take it off, so he paid them all their money back, and then he said he was gonna post it online. Like, he was like the first one to
Oh,
really do it like that.
yeah,
And then he was talking about, like, how you at this point in being a comedian, you have to really to blow up, you have to harness like social media power, because that's
yeah.
the way people are gonna find you and everything and grow your fan base. Um
It's really the only way now to grow because like before it was kind of like I mean, I know how you were joking about nepotism, but before that was kind of the only way to get into clubs was I have
yeah,
to know somebody.
yeah, literally.
Oh, okay, we're gonna have to cut it up after this next minute. But like,
Okay.
yeah, we had to. You like even I mean, it's still like that today, but it is very like I have to know. Like I have to do enough comedy rooms for somebody to like notice me, so I can be like, "Hey, you're doing a show. Can I do a guest spot?" That's how people tell me like to ask for like a guest spot. Like I'm not gonna be on the flyer, but just let me do 5 minutes in between whatever you guys are doing,
Hmm.
and then over time you kind of just build connections that way. Like to grow in comedy is really all about
Just networking.
connections. It's not even really about how funny. I mean, obviously that helps,
Yeah.
but like, there's so many funny people, dude. There's no way
Hmm.
to shine unless you're like levels ahead of somebody else. You know what I mean?
Damn.
That's the thing. Like we were saying, like those comedians who were up on stage that showed that with my uncle, they're like, like they're not that much. They're funny,
Hmm.
but like if I'm even if I'm like I could be up on stage with them, since they already know people, like there's no reason to put me up there because it's just a risk for the bookers.
True, true, true.
But yeah, we'll be right back, guys.
Be right back. All right, guys. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. Have you guys seen any crazy movies lately? There's a movie that I don't like scary movies. I put myself to watch this because I saw a clip of it on Instagram. Oh my god, one of the best movies I've seen in a very long time.
Oh yeah,
Have you heard of a movie called Heretic?
heretic. How do you spell it?
Heretic.
No,
No, it's about a religion. So these two Mormon girls,
heretic.
heretic, heretic.
Heretic. That's religion. That's like a religion word, like a super like fanatic about religion.
Heretic?
Heretic. Or do they say heretic in the movie?
No.
And then it's heretic. Oh my god, dude, I can't even laugh. It fucking hurts. I can't even.
They destroyed your throat, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
No, but okay, so the movie is about two girls, two Mormon? Yeah, they're Mormon, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Um and they're spreading the word of gospel, right? So they have to go to different like appointments of people who said that they want to talk about God or whatever. So they show up at this one guy's house. And
yeah.
I don't want to spill too much, but essentially what happens is that he traps them in his house. And it's so interesting because at the beginning you're like, "Oh, this guy's a fucking creep." He like
Yeah.
locks the door so they can't leave. He tells them, "Oh, so they cannot enter the house based on their religion unless a woman is present." So he's like, "Oh my, don't you smell the blueberry pie? My wife's making
Oh.
Don't tell me you watched it."
No, no, no. I just seen the trailer.
Oh,
I
okay.
seen the trailer. But yeah,
Dude,
he
it's
was
so
like, come
good.
inside.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, "Come inside. Don't you smell the blueberry pie? My wife's making it." So they come inside,
Yeah.
and there's a like it's like halfway through where you realize that a lot of the things that he was showing them
He
are
was like
double
stalling, right?
entendres.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he was like stalling for something.
So I'll just give you one example of what I'm talking about. Um, and this is like in you have to go a couple of minutes into the movie to see this. So I'm not really spoiling anything. So they get into a certain room, and he is telling them there's two doors. Um, this door is the right door to go through. I'm telling you, it's the right door to go through. Go through this door if you want to get out of my house.
Oh wow. Oh,
And
this is after he like
yeah,
he was telling them
yeah,
they were trapped.
this essentially the girls are now like super paranoid. Like they're like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And and already they've been tricked a couple times, right? So they're on their p's and q's, and they're like, "You've already lied to us a bunch of times. Like, why are we gonna believe you
Yeah.
this time that this is the door to get out from?" And then he's all like, "Well, isn't isn't that what the Bible tells you to do? Like,
To keep
there's so
believing.
many people who constantly tell you to do the right
You gotta
thing,
have faith.
but those people in themselves have lied to you so many times. So even though you're gonna question me, well, how about you question your fucking Bible?" Essentially, is what he says. And when I saw that, I was like, "Bro,
What do you say
fucking
about
for
the
real."
other door?
He didn't really talk about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
what the
so
fuck?
that is a metaphor
Oh
for
yeah,
life.
I
It
guess it
is.
was just kind of like it's either this door or it isn't.
Exactly. It's talking about how religion will be like, "Oh, that other route is like no good. We're only going to discuss this route, and this is the only route for you." But in reality, a lot of the people who shepherd you towards that route
Yeah.
are either flawed themselves or have shown that they don't really have your best interest in mind.
Right.
Because the way that I don't want to spoil too much, but the way that the movie is going and everything, you kind of think one thing, and that thing doesn't end up happening.
Yeah.
But while it's going on, you're just like, it turns from like you realize like at the beginning you're scared for these girls in like a very like um you think about it like real world, like you think about it like physically, like, man, what's gonna happen to these girls? Like, is he gonna grab them, is he gonna kill them? But then as the movie goes on, you realize that like he's torturing them in even worse way than physically. He's torturing them like morally and psychologically, because
Yeah.
these are the quote unquote, these are the two of like quote unquote, right, God's strongest soldiers to be going house to
Yeah.
house
Missionaries.
to try to convert people or whatever. And so he kind of puts them on the spot with so many things. He gives them in allegory of religion through the years. So he says that the three main religions were Judaism, Christianity, and that the new one, the one that's getting a lot of popularity right now is the Muslim religion.
Yeah.
And then he equates monopoly and the evolution of monopoly to the three religions. How originally there was like a before it was a monopoly, I think it was called Train Stop or something like that, and how someone was robbed of that name. Of the first creator was like a woman, and the first a guy saw it, created that game in another state, called it Monopoly, and now
Yeah.
everyone knows Monopoly. When in reality, the original thing was Train Stop or whatever, right? And then he
Oh.
talks about how so many stories before Judaism, the first one, how there's like um there's stories of a man rising from the dead, like 14 days after they bury him. In I think in the Hindu religion, there's another one about how a woman who's a virgin gives birth to a baby without ever
Yeah.
consummating with the man in like another religion, and how all of those are super similar to what you hear about Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in the first monopoly. And then the second monopoly for Christianity, he pulls out, I think it's Bob Ross Monopoly or something like that, and it's just how like a lot of things have been cut from it, but a lot of things are similar in the same way. But he makes points about how a lot of the things that are kept are essentially to make sure that the people at the top of that religion, they have control. And then once again to the Muslim religion, where once again a lot of stuff from Christianity has either been stripped or converted, so that even more control goes to the high priest or whatever in the Muslim religion. And at the end, he basically he asked him a question at the end, right? Which is kind of like their key to get out of there. And it boils down to what is religion? What is the uh, like? What is the only religion? Is what he says and
Yeah.
what he asks. And essentially, at the end, the girl gets it right by saying that the real religion in the world is control. That's
Yeah.
the only religion there has ever been, and that's the only religion that there is going to be. Isn't
Yeah.
that's the only reason why people follow religion in the first place? Is that we were talking about this a little before? How like
Yeah. Communism.
I didn't want to say it, but we were having a whole ass conversation about socialism and communism before, and how like to some degree within a communism society, you're giving up some freedoms, but on some level, you're also giving up some anxiety that comes with like
Yeah.
contemplating with those freedoms.
Yeah.
And on one hand, it's like a lot of people live happier in that type of system, but on the other side, it's like you're living happier because things are being decided for you,
Yeah.
regardless of whether you think you care about it or not. It's like
Right.
even if you did, you're never gonna get the option to be able to change it. I don't know, man. Heretic just changed my fucking whole worldview when I thought I was gonna be watching a fucking scary movie, bro.
I remember watching the trailer for that,
Yeah, you
and
were like, it sucks.
no. I wasn't.
Ass.
I was just there was a really funny part in the trailer
Oh really?
when yeah because they were like,
Oh, they pants her. They pants her.
what, they passed her.
They're the two Mormon girls. Like one is supposed to be kind of like against, like they give you hints that she isn't like the most holy.
Oh,
And then there's all the one that's like super holy,
they're the
like
ones that got premarital sex.
exactly. She's talking about, yeah, exactly. She talks
Yeah.
about something like that, and then they're like walking, and there's a bunch of teenagers, and they say they want to take a picture with them because they look so cute or whatever, and they're about to take a picture, and one of the girls just pants her, and she has like old lady underwear, and she's like crying and stuff. And just like, oh shit, is that the
No,
part you
that
were
wasn't
laughing
in the
at?
trailer.
Oh, never mind.
But that'd be funny if that was in the trailer.
That
Like,
would be
come
funny.
watch our movie, pants the girl, heretic.
Parrots,
No, but in the trailer there was a funny part where
heretic.
there was a guy when the guy was like, "My wife's making blueberry pie," and then
Oh
they
yeah.
walk to the back and they're like, "Wait, guys, it's a candle, a blueberry pie candle." Oh no! And then that part is so hilarious because in the trailer they make it seem like it's a scary like, what has he done? But it's just like funny because it's like they're looking at the candle like,
Blueberry.
blueberry pie.
We're both allergic.
No, don't, heretic.
That is pretty funny.
That's why I remember that trailer because it's just that like my wife's baking blueberry pie and they go to the kitchen, they're like, when is this pie coming out? And they're like, oh my god, look at the candle, blueberry pie.
Oh, but I'm not gonna lie, the ending does like confuse me. Like everything is good until the end. The end kind of ruins it. I'm not gonna lie. The end is very confusing.
I'm sure the whole point of the movie is just to question your religion.
Yeah, honestly, should
But
I
like,
spoil it?
I don't
Nah, watch it
know.
and then we
Yeah,
can.
well,
Yeah,
but I think what's it called? I don't know. My view on religion is that like it really is just like it doesn't matter, but most of the time people just live by them because they think it'll make them a better person. And I think that's kind of like flawed because you can just be a good person.
okay. Well, if we're gonna get into it, this is the religion episode. This is the religion episode.
This is the
My,
religion episode.
I think basically the exact same thing, but I think about it more as so as like religion used to be the thing that religion used to be the thing that kept people from killing each other and from people stealing essentially.
Mm,
I think that because there's a lot of people that say that the Western culture was built a lot through Christianity and Catholicism, and that's where we get a lot of our morals from.
yeah.
And I do agree with that to a certain point. Um, But to the point where we are in society right now, in any society really that follows any religion, we're all like sophisticated enough to understand that killing other people is bad, stealing is bad,
Yeah,
things like rape are bad, but um like people are taking trying to, in my opinion, right, people are trying to take religion to a point where it's like it should be in our everyday life, but like I just said, we've gained an understanding of what
yeah,
everyday life should look like. So whereas like you said, I think religion had a level where now instead of like helping everyone, I think people are really just trying to use it more for control than anything. And like even
I think it's
besides,
been like that for way longer though than we think.
no, but even besides control, I think we got to a point where now we're almost using it as an excuse. So like, you know
Yeah,
how like people are like, "Oh, but I'm Catholic, so I'll just ask." Like not that they use it as an excuse, but like I do hear that, right? Like people, might be murderers and stuff, and then they convert and they're like, yeah, but I've given my life to God and stuff and everything. It, I mean, yes, but at some level, you're kind of just using it as an excuse. Because if you were really to give yourself to God
yeah,
from the very beginning, you should never even be, contemplating things that you've done, right? So
yeah,
to get to that level to now where you're like, okay, but God's gonna forgive me at the end. Well, that's it's kind of an excuse. In like I said, I preface it by saying it in my opinion, but you can't um like this isn't a game. This is like real life. So like if you're saying right that you're gonna devote your life to a religion where the person is supposedly like perfect and everything, and that well, I'm gonna be talking mainly about Catholicism and Christianity. It's just like. I don't know. It just feels like very, very to me, right? We've reached a level where we can go to the stars. We can look at fucking cells inside our body. We can map out the the whole timeline of humans on Earth. But when it comes to like, you know, the inner things of ourselves, the inner demons of ourselves, it seems like a lot of people, regardless of your rules, because there's a lot of rules in other religions where just like eating pork, gambling, drinking alcohol, even more strict stuff that I don't live with a lot of people, but I've seen my fair share of a lot of people breaking those like rules in their own religion.
yeah,
And even if some might not be as severe as others, at the same time, you're kind of excusing actions at the end of the day, no
yeah,
matter what.
yeah.
I
That's
don't know.
no. I mean, I totally get what you're saying because like I said, how I was saying, like I think people kind of use it as kind of like a mainframe for morals. I think people know, like you said, deep down, like what's good or bad, regardless of the religion. But like also at the same time, religion kind of like makes things worse in a way because sometimes religion overrides morals. Like I don't, there's
Wait, let me get my dog real quick.
okay. Oh, so I was just saying, like I feel like in some societies, like religion prioritized over moral because I think there's like some societies, like I think even like in early America when like if somebody if like a woman was raped by a guy, like even though people like know like, oh, rape is bad, but also like you can't be married to another guy if this guy already had sex with you.
Wait, what? Wait, say that whole thing again.
um Back in like early America,
Uh huh.
like if if a guy raped you, you had to marry him because you know how like in like Christianity and like Catholicism, it's like you have to be like you have to wait till marriage to have sex.
Uh huh.
So if you already have sex, like if somebody rapes you, people who are like super heretics about religion, they're gonna be like, well, I mean, even though you didn't voluntarily have like consensually have sex with him, you technically did. So you have to marry him now because that's the religion. You have to have married the guy who you have sex with, like, and that's the only person you're ever gonna have
But
sex
this
with.
was enforced like legally.
Yeah.
But
Well,
see, that's what
that's the
I'm
but
saying.
actually that's the thing though. I don't think it was technically legal, but it's kind of like
The
in the
culture or
cult
whatever.
communities, kind of like the community is kind of forcing you to. But like it's not against the law.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Where like the West has been influenced a little bit too much to where I think
I think
like,
everywhere's been influenced
well,
with
yeah,
religion.
everywhere has been, but like if we're gonna, yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I think that's anywhere with religion.
yeah. The thing, in my opinion, the stupidest thing ever would be to wage war over religion. I think
Yeah.
once you get to that point, I think
Well, that just
you
goes
gotta
back.
reevaluate every fucking thing, bro.
But that
Because
goes back to like is it really about religion or is it about control?
it's just about control.
Right.
Those
So
like, but it sucks because in all these places, if you talk to even like the mother, the grandmothers, all of that, they're like, no, we're following this religion because it's the right thing. But it's just like
yeah,
the people that are perpetuating that at the very top. The only reason why they're perpetuating that is because they realize that that's a way to control
yeah,
everything. Like, imagine, like, no, in not a single major religion, as far as I know, is it like is the prophet the person you're following or whatever, have they ever advocated for like eradicating other people based on religion?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's like zero.
I mean,
And
Spain did that. Spain did that with all the with Mexico, and like we need to just like make these people Catholic or they're gonna die.
exactly, and that's what pisses me off. Where it's
That's why
just
we're Catholic in Mexico.
that's what pisses me off.
Oh, what
Oh
the heck?
shit! What the fuck?
The dogs are here,
Oh
guys.
shit! That scared the fuck out of me,
What
bro.
the dogs?
Yeah.
Hello, this is the dog episode now, guys. You guys see, you guys like Lobo's butthole? What were we talking
Oh
about?
yeah, what were we talking about?
Oh yeah, the
Control.
religion. I was gonna say though, when I was a kid, like when I first realized, like, wait, this religion is really fake. Was like when because I went to a Catholic middle school,
Uh huh.
like a couple blocks from your middle school,
Yeah.
and I remember like when I learned about like when I would like learn about like oh like we have like in Lent you can't eat meat, but also fish is allowed. And I heard it was because and like I remember looking it up and it's like this was changed like in the 1400s, like not even like this wasn't a thing that Jesus like instilled. It was like in medieval times people were like oh shit we need like the fish industry is dying, we need
Yeah.
to at least allow people to eat fish during these to get their protein. And like as soon as people were like started changing the Bible for like to help their economy,
Oh yeah.
that's when I was like what the hell is even these religions.
There's so many things that are related into that affect nowadays that were just done because of like either industries or like
Yeah,
powerful people back then. They had
yeah,
the influence. Um, I remember seeing a TikTok about this the other day where it's like, why is canceled like the word canceled have two L's in England, but if you come to the United States, it's okay to have one L
yeah,
in the middle of it. And then it's just like, oh, because in like the 1800s when printing was very famous,
yeah.
they realized that they could print it without the one L to save like 7 cents every time they had to put canceled,
Yeah, same
and
thing
that's the reason why.
in France. That's you know how they always have those weird ass like letters that like they have like like words are long as fuck, and
Yeah.
the like for Bordeaux, you can just make it Bordeaux like Bordo, but instead for like silent like letters they'll add like EUX,
Mhm.
three silent letters.
Mhm.
And that's because in France, when most countries were paying by the by the word,
Mhm.
they were paying by the letter. So the printing press companies would get paid more if they started adding a bunch of letters to words that didn't add
Bruh.
anything to the
So
word.
they were really just like,
Yeah, just what like and people were gonna be like, what the fuck
what the
like
fuck
this?
are they
What the
saying,
fuck are they saying? It's like actually those are all silent. This is still pronounced the same
dumbass?
exact way.
You guys don't know how to spell around here, how to
But the
read?
thing is, since every printing press was gonna benefit from it, they were just like, we'll just all do printed like this. And that's why there's so many fucking dumbass spelled words in France
I mean,
and French.
that's literally why the old nutrition diagram used to have like a whole section for like what was it, either dairy or something or milk, when it's just like you're
Oh
not
yeah,
even supposed to be drinking them.
no,
Well, one, you're like milk is bad for you. You're
yeah,
not even really supposed to drink it, and then
dairy. Like dairy. I mean, eggs just really can fall into protein.
you're not even supposed to be nowhere the amount of carbohydrates that they were
No.
once recommending, the amount
Well,
of
I mean,
bread.
that's kind of like that changes all the time though, because of studies like figuring out like what's
They were saying like half a loaf of bread every day, bro.
yeah.
I don't care what study you're doing, half a loaf of bread. Holy fucking Lizzo, bro. What the fuck?
Well, carbohydrates are good if you're exercising, and I'm sure
Half a
those.
loaf, dog.
But I'm saying I'm sure
You're
those
saying
diagrams were probably made during like World War
you're
II,
saying
where
that
they were trying to make soldiers.
everyone at the Catholic school you were going to should have been eating half a loaf a day. Holy shit!
I
How
wasn't
many
getting
loaves do you have to eat? I mean, how many loaves do you have to buy per week?
5.
Imagine per household.
Yeah,
That is the biggest like industry like rip
scam.
off scam
Yeah,
ever, bro. I mean, I mean, really think about that. They were
Well, I don't think it
requiring
was
people.
literally half a loaf, but
No, I'm pretty sure if you like search it up, like it wasn't not half a
it
loaf.
was.
I bet
Yes,
if
it was
I
not
bet
half
if
a
you
loaf.
told them, "Oh, I'm getting in half a loaf,"
I'm
I don't
sure it
think they
was
were
like.
like, "No, too much." They were like,
I'm
"Oh,
sure
look at this healthy boy.
overachiever.
Look at
But
this
I'm pretty sure
the new Superman."
those things were made during World War II when they were
True,
trying to probably create soldiers.
trying to create some buff ass
Yeah, because
motherfuckers.
like carbohydrates are good if you're working out.
It's so funny when you go back in time and you look at like the guys that they say are like the
Elite
epitome.
athletes, yeah,
Exactly. They just look like the homeless guy walking down the street now. They're just like gangly guys that
yeah,
have like maybe one vein right here, and they're like, "This is the strongest man in
yeah.
North America."
Here's 47-year-old Schmo. He's a 47-year-old alcoholic. He's the fastest man alive.
Oh, fastest man alive.
What's that? That's a
But
Shane Gillis
that's
joke.
before they let
Oh,
minorities in
Curly.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of the Shane Gillis joke where he's going up against 47-year-old alcoholics. I'm saying he's the fastest man alive. And then they're like Jackie
Uh,
Robinson comes in and
and
he's
then
like,
he knocks their
fuck,
voice off.
fuck.
Fuck.
Oh,
Fuck.
pretty good. That's pretty
Yep.
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty good. That also reminds me kind of how Jackie Robinson was good for the like people say like the Negro League was so good that when Jackie
Oh, we
Robinson
talked about
came,
this.
yeah, did we talk about this last podcast?
I don't know if it was the last one, but I remember you telling me about this. How there's like a separate league that probably has people way better than anyone who's ever been on the Hall of Fame, but like no
Yeah,
one knows about
because
them.
yeah, Jackie Robinson wasn't even that. He was like middle of the pack in the Negro League, and he was like, "Damn, he's really good," and he's like, "Not really." I for a professional, not really.
That's like Usain Bolt,
Yeah,
and then you find out that his family, he's like the slow one in his family.
yeah. There's like a whole country in like Indonesia, or Indonesia is a country, but there's like a whole like village in Indonesia that
Not if
doesn't
you ask
even they don't even
China.
participate in like the Olympics, and they like have like they're like village of like 1,000 people, has like the fastest people on earth.
Oh, if you the first year that any remote village that becomes a country enters the Olympics, I do not doubt that they're not winning at least half the shit that they're like
Nah,
endurance running. If you put
there's only certain parts of the world where endurance running people are actually good. There's people have done studies on like where the most people who can endure the most are the best. There's parts of Africa like Kenya. There's parts of Mexico, and then there's also parts of Peru, I think.
there's people that can I think it's in the Philippines that can like um go underwater and like hold their breath for like way longer
Yeah, like
than
minutes. I've heard like multiple
minutes.
minutes.
Those people are winning
Yeah,
at swimming, bro. You're
they
not
don't.
gonna tell me nah, bro.
They don't. The thing is, you can
They're literally
you
swimming
the
for
fat.
survival
But
to
I'm saying
catch fish, bro.
the fastest
You
swimming
think
technique.
Michael Phelps isn't beating them?
If there was a diving event, then maybe. But there's no like the fastest swimming technique doesn't require you to hold your breath that long.
Says who?
It's just Michael Phelps and his 20 gold
Nah,
medals.
bro. But he hasn't He hasn't not swam like them, bro.
They don't. They
They swim
dive.
all day,
The
every
Philippine group, they
day.
dive. They don't swim for speed. They're like
Even
going
better.
down and like grabbing fish with their hands and
Isn't
stuff.
diving a whole thing in its own in the Olympics?
No,
Yeah.
there's like a one like a flipping, but that's like style points. It's not like how good you can do it.
Ha. Okay, what if they come out with two fish in their hand when no fish were
Okay,
even in
then
the
maybe
water?
maybe we throw the
Style
Philippines
points.
in.
Style
Maybe throw the
points.
Philippines in then.
Yeah, throw
Yeah.
Philippines in.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what's like another like country that has like a crazy. I'm surprised there aren't more Mexican because the thing is that like Mexico area that I've said that has like the people who are like have the most endurance. They're like remote villages that like don't really compete in the Olympics.
I think I know what you're talking about. Wasn't there like didn't Nike give like four women they like sponsored their
Yeah, but I think they all denied it because
they
they were
denied the
yeah
Nike
they
shoes because they
denied
were
the
like
Nike
these hurt my
sponsor.
feet.
Yeah, they were like these hurt my feet, but also all the people who are wearing Nikes lost the race and I didn't.
Ooh, it's kind of fire.
It is kind of fire. So that's like shout out Mexico. But
Yeah,
like also it's like crazy that these people don't even enter Olympics because they just do it for
love the game,
contributions to their
bro.
village or something. Yeah,
Love the game,
I
bro.
know. But also those people are people who are this. I think we because obviously we probably have genetics of that
No,
of
yeah.
Mexico.
Supposedly that
They're also very susceptible to diabetes.
oh,
That's what I was gonna say.
they do have a weakness, diabetes.
Yeah, people who have like very good endurance genes are very
Oh, really?
can because that's the thing because they have
Can
really good
endure a lot of eating.
they can they have to work out a lot otherwise they gain weight super quick.
Oh, no wonder Mexicans are like
Fat.
super fat. No,
Yeah.
no, because seriously, I remember one time we were talking and I was gonna say this, but I was like, no, I'll save it for another episode or whatever. But um, they've done like so like you know how like on every like race or whatever they'll be like oh
Yeah.
like black people they have like a like fast twitch fibers.
Yeah.
They did like the if you have Mexican genetics, you're actually the bloodstream. Your blood is actually able to absorb a lot more
Yeah.
oxygen, and they say that that's because of a lot of the areas in Mexico are above the sea level,
Yeah.
so the people actually have to be able to intake a lot more oxygen like per breath.
Same thing with Bolivia. Bolivia has like,
Exactly.
I think they have their stadium where they play home games is like the highest altitude in the world,
Yeah.
and like they have like a Bolivia's team is terrible, but when they play at home, I think they win like 90% of games.
That should, dude. We should be playing on the moon or something because this is unfair, bro. Like, imagine like you're that's that. No,
Yeah.
I'm saying it
No,
for
no.
them. That's
Right,
unfair
right.
for them.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, Bolivia should. I think every time they play, they're like, "We want to play a home game. Can we do that?" And but like more, there's like so many memes about like people are like, "Oh yeah," people say the England is the like the hardest place to become a professional. Come to Bolivia,
For
play in
real,
Bolivia,
bro.
play in like 30,000 degree or 30,000 feet altitude.
But people do that. I for the UFC, whenever they're gonna have like fights in Mexico City and stuff, they always I always hear that from UFC fighters who are not from Mexico or from places like that. They always go a month before because they want to acclimate
Yeah,
to
Canelo
the
did that when he when he fought in Saudi Arabia. I think
who?
Canelo.
Oh, he said that too.
Yeah, he was like they were like, how did you like adjust to like the time zone difference? And he's like, I've been here for 2 months.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he was there like just training
No, I know
beforehand.
that people do that for Mexico though. I don't know if Dubai is like
Oh yeah,
also like
but I'm sure, and
elevated.
I think any professional athlete should do that if they're like
True.
any edge like that, or I mean specifically fighters, any little edge of like
Yeah.
that's like a big deal.
But no, but
We got
the
1 minute
blood
left, by
thing.
the way.
I remember them doing that because they were like question like
Yeah,
someone was like, why do Mexican people have a lot of good boxers in their genes? And they
yeah,
were like, yeah, we should like research this. And then they did that, and they were like, oh yeah, that's also why they get a lot of manual jobs and stuff, just because like it's easy for them. And it's just
yeah.
like when you put it together, it's just like, oh shit,
It's like,
yeah.
oh my god, I literally don't know how they like work out in the sun all day and don't die.
No, literally, no. And then when they said that,
You
I was like,
just
oh,
other people are just physically unable
that
to.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right.
I'm gonna keep
Let's
that.
see you guys in the next clip.
Peace. All right, whatever. We're gonna play a quick game. I'm gonna explain it real quick so you people at home understand what's going on, and then we can get right into it. So
And also, so I can because I already totally know what the game is gonna be.
I'm gonna say something, right? So I'm gonna
Okay.
say like name the best cereal. We're each gonna have 5 seconds, and the reason why we have 5 seconds is because you're not supposed to think about it. Just say the first thing that comes to your head, right?
Wait, but are we gonna think about it and hold it in our head, or are we gonna say it out loud?
So at five, so I'm gonna be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We both have to say it, and then after we both say it, those are our options, and we have to debate about which one is better. Now,
'Cause
well,
what if I'm like, oh, actually yours is better?
you gotta stand for something
Okay,
or
okay,
die for
you're right.
nothing. Brands that we want to be sponsored by first.
This podcast.
Yep.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shaving cream.
Patreon. Oh,
Patreon. Be sponsored by Patreon. Can
can
you
you do
even do
that?
that?
I don't know, but if we could, that would be
What
awesome.
the fuck? That's fire. That is pretty cool. That's like making music and being sponsored by Spotify.
Yeah.
That's like what?
Well,
Wait,
actually,
that's like the
well, think about
label.
it. Spotify is like a cartel where they kind of like,
What are you saying?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa!
I'm saying like
Whoa!
people who have deals with Spotify, like they can have it's like they've been sued multiple times because Spotify favors artists that they want to blow up.
Oh, like Drake.
No, but like even like unknown artists, like if they get a deal with them, they'll just like, oh yeah, we really want this guy to blow up.
Oh, okay, okay.
We're gonna put him on top of the algorithm because people don't use other music apps where it's naturally like organic terms of like algorithm like
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
So
I like what you're saying.
if we can cartel our way through the podcast space, like with Patreon,
But would Patreon? So, because I don't even
this is assuming Patreon's a corrupt cartel.
like my thinking about that is like, where does Patreon post us that we would get more growth or whatever?
If once people go to Patreon, I've never been to the Patreon website.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, do they have like a feature page?
That's what. Yeah, if they have a Patreon website, we'd just be at the top of the homepage, I
Oh,
guess.
nice. Watch this one before you click on everyone
Yeah, yeah.
else's.
You want to go to Matt? This you might like if you like Matt and Shane Gillis,
Oh
Matt and Shane's
shit!
secret podcast. You might like this one.
You think
Let me
Patreon does
dink.
that? Recommend? Let us know if
I
you
don't
guys are
know. I
Patreon
honestly,
followers.
I've never been to the Patreon website, so I
Yeah,
have
me
no
neither.
idea.
I've never made a. Wait, oh, I'm fucking lying. I have made a Patreon for AYG. Oh shit! What do you want to know?
What do I want to know?
Yeah, what do you want to know
I want
about
to
it?
know if we can get like nepotism our way up to the top.
No, the way it's actually really weird when you first go on it and you're not in anything.
The hell?
It's it. Oh, I don't know.
Sorry, it was like it was like Lobo's hair just like floated upwards. It was
Oh,
really weird. It was like anti gravity creeped me out. I got like a weird like if I was like in space or something. I was like, how is this floating up?
I have always thought about that. Waking up and then going outside and then like stepping outside and then barely noticing his anti gravity. I don't know why.
Have you ever had the fear of like you like the gravity is flipping upside down and you just going
Yeah,
into the sky?
I
And you're
I
like, dude, I don't. There's nothing in my air that I can grab onto if the gravity switches off, and I'm fucked.
dude, no, but I have that very often of like anti gravity, and I just can't like. I'm very scared of searching up what that is because you always hear about that, right? Of like
What?
people who like, oh, I wake up and my mouth is closed, or like, or in my dream or whatever. In my dream, my mouth is closed, or I wake up in my dream and I pee my pants, and
And it's like, well, that means you have a brain tumor.
exactly, yeah, I'm so scared of what the fuck. I've never heard that before.
No,
Anti
but I
gravity.
totally get. I've
You've
had
had
that
that?
same thing where I'm
Oh,
like,
nice.
okay, I gotta look around. If the next 5 seconds the gravity turns off, what am I going to grab?
No, no. Maybe I'm really scared of space because
Oh,
always for me, it's always when I step out and then like I always have this thing of like I'm floating and I'm trying to grab stuff and I can't grab anything
oh,
and I
like you
start
have no
floating
momentum.
like
You have no
like
momentum to reach like a wall to like you're stuck in that one space.
like imagine you're stepping right outside your house like and as soon as you step on the concrete like your foot makes contact with the floor outside you start floating and you start realizing you're floating and you're trying to grab anything like in my dream I'll
Yeah,
like try to grab my door I'll try to grab like a wall of my house I can't grab anything and then it just start floating
and you're just kind of going up.
and then also more often than not like when I look around I'm in space so like my neighborhood is there but like it's just space
Nothingness,
yeah what
dude.
does
You know,
that mean
I don't know. I think that one scene in the Minion in the Despicable Me movie kind of scared me.
which one
There's that one in the first Despicable Me movie when they're trying out potions and stuff. There's like one that like makes dudes like fart, and there's one that like I forgot what the other one, but there was an anti gravity potion, and they were like it works really well, but
Mm,
we haven't figured out how to turn it off, and
yeah.
he just floats to the sky, and I'm like,
Yeah.
as a kid, I remember being like, that guy's dead.
Dude. Wait, no, because remember
At the end of the
yeah,
movie, at the end of the movie, he was like just
he's
chilling in
confirmed
space,
to be
and he's confirmed to
alive.
be almost in space. That as a kid, I'm like, dude, if I ever drink that, I'm like, that's like my worst fear.
One time my parents put on the open season movie for me and went to go fuck in their room, but they didn't actually put it on for me. So it was just the main screen that shows you like play now, bloopers, extras. That scared me so much that I ended up opening the door, walking in, and I'm fucking. And then they kicked me out and locked the door. So I have a distant memory
You're
of
like,
being
figure it out.
under the table for like 20 to 30 minutes, and I didn't want to go because they turned it on and turned the lights off and went to their room. And I remember it was so creepy in there because exactly it was like and then it would stop and then
It's like 10 seconds of the same music
yes
looping,
and then dude it's so I think I was like
and like
7
they always make the
so
characters like
creepy.
say random quips, like,
Yes, bro.
"Hey,
Yes, that shit is creepy.
get
Oh
out of
my
my garbage
god.
can." And just doing the same
Yeah,
animation for like 10 minutes.
and it was open season, bro. Like there was gunshots in that movie, man. You have you seen open season?
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah. So
hell
you
yeah.
know what I'm talking about,
So
man.
Patreon wins.
Patreon wins.
Patreon wins.
All right. What's the next one? What's the next?
Um, does it have to be podcast related?
Nah, could
Oh,
be
okay.
ass or titties. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Penis.
I like hips.
Damn it. Should have said that.
This is that I made a I did a I haven't done it since, so I'm just gonna say the joke here.
That means ass, low key. If you say
That's what I
hips.
was gonna say. But the joke is the joke. I have a whole stand up joke about this, and I remember
Mm.
doing it a couple times, and nobody's ever on board with me, so I never get laughs. But I love doing it because it's so funny because this is a true thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you and Andres would ask me, and I'd be like, "I like hips," and you guys were like, "You shut the fuck up, dude." You remember that? You remember
I
you?
mean, who says that, bro?
Well,
That sounds
because
that
well
sounds
because
like we're within friends, and you're like scared that the girl's gonna hear you, so you say like personality. Actually, for
what?
me,
Well, that's the thing is that there were no
just
girls.
say ass.
That's because you guys were like trying to like be like cool, and I'm like, but like genuinely,
Oh, we're trying to be cool.
you guys are trying. No, 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 no. You guys are trying to give me cool points by like being like, yeah, Carlos, you're one of the boys now. But like, I was genuinely answering like, do I like girl ass or tits? And I'm like, no, I think I like hips. I like hips. And then you guys were just like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, well, genuinely,
Well, genuinely, there were no girls around, so it's not like I was afraid to say the wrong thing.
Okay, but what do the hips eventually lead to?
Right now, I realize, but also, I don't need the ass to be big if the hips are wide.
You don't know what you're talking about.
How are you
You
gonna tell me
don't
what
know
I
what you're
like?
talking about. You don't know what
How are
you're
you
talking
gonna
about.
tell me what I like?
You're talking about big hips and a pancake ass. That's disgusting. You think every ass has cheeks, and that's what I used to think too. I've seen
I didn't say
ass.
that.
I've seen like ooh, it's so sad. And I saw it on a girl. One time there was like this homeless lady, and I saw what you're describing. She had like big hips, and like from the front, you think she's gonna turn around and it's gonna be like, "Ooh, this big ass."
Yeah,
Turns around like that, and then I remember like she what she was wearing. Like you basically see her cheeks, and like it was like I've never seen a sad ass before. She had a sad ass, and I don't know if that was like from drugs or whatever, because
yeah,
I don't know if it just sucked all her nutrients away.
yeah. Her bone structure
Exactly.
was still there though.
It was. It was.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
she got some meat on her bones, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's
But you just said you're okay with pancake ass.
Yeah.
No hips.
No,
You're
I'm not. No
not.
hips. No, no, now hips
I mean hips and
and
pancake
pancake
ass.
ass.
You think you are, but you're not.
No, that's not true.
This is like back then when we told you about the hips, and you're like, no way. And then 5 years later, you're like, okay. Right now, you're gonna be like, no, I know way pancake ass, and then you're gonna run into pancake ass, big hips, and you're gonna be like, oh, yeah, I don't like
See, you're
this.
assuming that you think that I'm an ass guy though.
You just said you admit that hips are low
No,
key. You're talking about an ass.
I'm saying that there are like usually one meets the other, but like it's not always the case. And like I said, I look, guys, I'm being serious,
This is like
and you're not taking me seriously.
this
Also,
is
you said penis.
this is like when like girls can be bi, but a bi guy is just gay.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
This is what that is
yeah.
like.
You're just gay. No, but like, I like
No,
I like
no.
girls and guys. No, but if you like guys, it's like okay. This is gonna get different, but it's like when people like
You know,
in the 1950s would be like, oh, if you're like, or not the 1950s, 1800s, there's like the one drop rule. If you have one drop of black like blood in you, then you're just black.
what?
Is it?
Someone did give that example. I remember I see a clip of that of like in the race wars.
Yeah,
It's not what you identify as; it's what the other group
and
immediately sees you
yeah.
as. And when they said that, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like
I
for
think
real.
we've talked about this a lot because I always think about this. I'm like, why is the guy who's 50% black always black and not 50% white ever white? Even though he's like, you know what I mean? Like we are like Mexicans are usually typically almost 50-50 white and
Hmm.
indigenous. Black people can be like one quarter black, but if he looks like anything remotely black, he's gonna be black even though he's 75% white.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So, like, even if he's with Chinese, he'd be like, "Oh, but he's still black,
But he's
just
still
mixed with
black.
Chinese."
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, that's a
That's kind of like the
perspective thing.
but that's how a lot of America views people.
Yeah, because America's the only place where you could be like, I'm white. If you say that in fucking like Europe, it's like, yeah, dumbass. So is half of the people here. What are you, French,
Yeah.
English, or Dutch? Like, what the fuck? America's the only place where you could be like, I'm black. If you say that in Africa, they'll be like, yeah, dumbass. We're all
Yeah.
black. Like, are you from? Are you from fucking Sudan? Are you from fucking Trinidad? Like, what the fuck are you? You can't just say that. America's the only place where we can be like, um, I'm Asian, I'm black, I'm white, you're
But
Mexican.
I'm saying,
And
well,
then Mexican, most likely when they're saying Mexican, it's like an Ecuadorian guy or a fucking
yeah.
Venezuelan guy, and it's just like Mexican.
But I'm saying though, like black takes a priority in terms of like anybody's race. If you like are like if you have like I said, if you have like any black in you, then you're just considered black over everything else. And I feel like that's that kind of what you're saying, where like a girl can be bi, but a guy who's bi is just gay.
No, I'm saying that you saying you like hips is no one's believing you. We all know you like ass, man. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes,
You're
yes.
saying that like a guy's trying to get away with saying he's gay by saying he's bi,
Yes,
even though he never
exactly.
dates girls.
Exactly. And you're over here saying, "Oh, I actually like the person. I like the hips guys." And it's just like, "Yeah, we all know you like ass,
Well,
buddy."
you're assuming again. You're still assuming that I
I'm not
wouldn't.
assuming nothing. We all know, man. We all know. You think? Shut the fuck up. You think you're alone with your girl and anyone will believe you if you're like, oh, look at her hips, and no one is fucking believing that shit. You're over there playing with her ass. Why are you even lying right now? Why are you fucking lying right now? Okay, you don't have to
Uh,
get into the specifics. Just say yes or no. You've played with her hips more than you play with her butt. Stop it.
how do you play with hips?
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. You just proved my point.
What you're assuming that because I don't play with them that I don't like them?
You just said that's your favorite
I
part.
have my hands on her hips more than her ass. I'll tell you that. I
What?
swear to God,
What?
I'm
You're a
not
freak,
lying.
man. You're a freak.
I like hips.
What is this,
I swear to
man?
God.
That's crazy. Is that like
That's my caveman brain.
that?
I got
That's
a
your
caveman brain, I think.
yeah. Has that been your
The,
forever
that's
thing?
been my forever thing. But
Oh,
that's what my joke is about. Is that like people's like genetic, like that's like your caveman is telling you
I
what
like
you
thighs
whether you like. Yeah, okay, but that's like a again that's like your brain is worried about like your kid's survivability. You know what I
from
mean?
thighs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like thighs usually mean you have a strong base. And that's like a better.
Oh,
If you have big boobs, it's probably better for breastfeeding. If you have a big ass, it probably means you
oh,
have
for
wider.
sitting on your ass
It probably means you have wider hips.
for giving birth.
Exactly. So that my
Exactly.
joke is that when so really when guys are asking you, are you a ass or titties man? They're really inferring where are your priorities in child sustainability, and that's the joke.
Mm.
And that sometimes get laughs, and sometimes it's just like this guy's a nerd. This guy, yeah, the whole time they're stuck on like, is he for real about the hips?
Well, I think when you say it like that, the women in the audience are like, they're just reminded, like, oh shit, I have to poop. I have to poop a life form out one
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
I gotta. Well, I mean, I was watching Mad Men, and there
I
was
didn't do it enough times to know whether it was men or women laughing at it more.
she was calling her husband, and he was at war, and he just
In Mad Men, they're at war.
oh yeah, what fucking
Oh, I
war did he
guess
go to? No, it's after Vietnam.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, that was like during the '60s, or the Mad Men takes place during the '60s, right? It should have been like right before Vietnam or right during Vietnam. Maybe he was in because the thing I've seen the ads like that they make in the show.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very like 1940s, 1950s esque.
I don't know, man. He goes
Is
to war.
the war like during like while he's working, or is it like kind of like a flashback?
No, no, they're working. That's like the big thing because they have a baby right before he leaves. She marries a doctor, but he can't get any jobs as a doctor in like the city, so he enlists in the army and they accept him as a doctor. So they send him. Maybe there's not even a war. Maybe he just sent to
Maybe
like
he's yeah, maybe he's just like
he's just a
abroad.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah exactly. He's just okay yeah whatever. He sent abroad, but he's talking to her, and then she's all like, he's all like, don't tell me they got bigger, and then she's all like, yeah, they got bigger, and then he's all like, oh. And when I was thinking about that, I was like, I wonder if women
Oh,
like
she's pregnant while they're
yeah.
on the
Oh
phone.
yeah, yeah. I forgot to
I
mention
was
that.
like, they
Yeah,
got big. I was like,
yeah,
babies got
yeah.
big.
They just had a baby, and he went
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
war,
yeah, yeah.
or he went overseas or whatever.
I get it now.
Exactly, and that's like the big thing in that's their arc. And I was thinking, like, I wonder if for women, like, your whole life, right? Like, these are a certain size, and then you have a kid, and for some reason they're like, dun 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 dun. Like, I wonder if for men, like, I'm trying to. equivalent that to being a man and being like, what if like after I had a kid, like my penis just was like dun 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 dun. Like I
I think
like
your penis would probably get.
how do you deal with that? You
I
know,
don't think.
not that it would ever happen, but I'm
No, no,
trying
no.
to
I'm saying if your
like. What I
body
think that's
changed,
weird.
if your body changed, I think it would probably be like your fucking like thighs, so you can work like more in farming.
You're saying a guy? That's what his thing.
Yeah, because you know how they gotta get resources for their baby and their.
I would think more arms. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
why.
arms.
Arms to like lift her.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know
Like
why
you
you
just
would need
get
to lift
ginormous.
her.
You get just ginormous pecs. I feel like after like getting a woman pregnant,
That would be pretty awesome.
yeah,
Not
that
gonna
would. I
lie.
would get girls pregnant just to have bigger pecs. I wonder if it compounds. Like if I get three girls pregnant at once, does it just like a
Some
like a Captain America pecs?
actually for real, someone should do a study on that. Like have like three like I don't know,
Have
10 guys.
one guy impregnate three women for
10
for science.
10 guys and then 5 of them have kids and 5 of them don't and then use like you record them how much they're able to lift and then see if there's any correlation of after you have a kid
Yeah,
if like you get dad strength or like
yeah,
some sort of like survival instinct that's like I must be stronger for like
for
the
my
next
son.
generation. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then see if there's any correlation there because I feel like I
that's
mean
all.
there
That
has to be something there.
if not like naturally like naturally like hormones your body for sure like in your mind at least
There's
like
a
if you know you have a son coming.
the strongman from the UK, Eddie
And Eddie Hall,
Hall.
Eddie
Yeah,
Hall, yeah,
the way that he was able to break the UK's strongman record or whatever was that he went to a what is that called? Person hypnotizer
like a shrink.
shrink. Yeah, he went to a shrink and they hypnotized him, and the way that he was able to break it was that whenever he was lifting it, he had to imagine his family was under that. And if he were to let go of what he was lifting, then his whole family would be crushed. And if you go and see the video, he's like bleeding from his nose and shit. He's turning red and he's just like, and then finally he does it, lets it go. And he says it even in the interview. Like, he's just like, yeah, like I had to imagine that my family was going to get crushed. And I like to just be in that fucking frame. Like, I have to
Yeah,
lift
my family's
a
literally going to die.
1,000 pounds or my family like just imagining their heads being crushed and everything and he's just like no I
Dude, have you
refuse.
seen the documentary with him and his
Oh
family? Dude, that guy
no.
loves his family.
Oh yeah,
That guy he's like literally when he's like with his wife, he's like giggling the entire time.
that's awesome.
Dude, that like I can dude if he that's whoever idea it was to hypnotize him to imagine his family underneath, just that they won them the record. Because
Yeah.
dude, that guy loves his family so much. Dude, if somebody killed Eddie Hall's family, I think he'd
Oh
like figure
shit,
out a way to nuke the world.
dude. I think all he would have to do is just hire a plane so that they could send him above the coordinates of wherever they're living, and he is the bullet. He's the missile that they let go. Literally,
Yeah,
yes. Just and I think he would be okay with that. For
yeah,
him to also die on impact, as
yeah,
long as he kills them for sure. I
yeah.
think he's
Full
okay with
force.
that.
Yeah.
And bro, like
Guys,
it
don't
doesn't
ever
even matter if they're like in a apartment building.
no, he
If
would
you
go through
send
that
him,
brick wall.
like like I think he's one of the only human beings that would actually survive. He would be like an
Not
actual
survive, but he
angry.
would be able to get through three
Yeah,
floors.
exactly. He would be like an actual Angry Birds and like,
Yeah. And yeah, that's true. He is Angry Bird shaped.
but like he's so dense too.
Yeah.
I
He's
like
only like, and he's super short too, isn't
like
he? Isn't he like
nah
five?
nah
Isn't he like
nah
five
nah.
eight?
He's huge. He's actually like 6 feet or something. It's just that he's
No.
always next to the other Brian
Oh
Shaw.
yeah.
Brian no,
Brian
he's
Shaw's like 6'7" or
yeah,
something,
he's
right?
huge.
6.
Whenever
Right.
whenever they're next to each other, I like when they're next to each other because they always they have like stupid confrontations or whatever because they're both huge guys. So I remember
Yeah.
there's one video of them like he pushes him. Eddie pushes Brian a little bit, and then Brian pushes him like full force into a fucking bush, and like you can tell he's just like, "Oh, come on, man!" Like I was like bumping you a little bit. It didn't require all this.
I love how like all those strongmen people are actually like all friends.
Oh well, yeah, because they have to, because they always see each
There's
other. That's
only
like the
like 10 of them.
comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that's so funny too. If you get to a point one day where like if you go to like the emergency room or like you're the birth of your kid and then you see another comedian like
Yeah. Hey.
hey,
Hey. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Like, yeah, just like seeing comedian.
you
Yeah,
better not make a joke about this. What? My wife's beautiful. You bitch.
I'm gonna have penis enlargement surgery right after
You
this.
better not tell her about this. What? Your husband's gonna come, right? It's not me, right? You tell her, right?
My husband's gonna come.
Yeah. What if you show up to a hospital with your wife and then you see another comedian, but the other comedian is the comedian that you had an affair with your wife with, and you also got them pregnant. And so when you see each other, your wife sees that lady, and she's like, and you're like, you're in the middle of it, so you have to be like, oh, your husband's gonna get here soon,
Uh-huh.
right? Right? And then your wife's like, well, what's going on? And then the other lady has to make that moral choice. Like, is she gonna confront you right there when her baby's gonna be born, or does she have bigger problems to deal with? And most likely, the strong woman that she is, she's gonna select to be like, you know what?
You deal with your
You
shit.
deal with your shit. I'm gonna deal with my shit. And she'll be like, oh yeah, he's coming. And then a small tear on the inside is rolling down her cheek, and then you guys are like, okay, yeah, we'll see you later, and then you guys are rolling away, and then you look back home last time you're ever gonna look back, and then you continue on with your life.
No, I just like I think about
Spit
looking
on the
back.
ground.
I think about looking back, but then I don't.
Oh,
I'm like, I have to do this
yeah,
so
yeah,
that her son can be an NBA player.
exactly. You're doing it for the kid,
For the basketball industry.
for the plot,
For the plot.
for the
For his plot.
for his plot.
For his plot. Yeah.
No, you're making him stronger. No
He's
strong
gonna
kid
become
ever
the
came
first.
from a stable household.
No, exactly. He's gonna become the first NBA player who's also a professional soccer player, who's also a rapper, who's also a comedian.
Mexican NBA player from the South Side, single mother, poverty. We're making it to the league, man.
And also plays professional soccer.
Make it whole dual citizenship in sports. Oh
Yes,
shit,
dude. I don't
gets the
understand.
blacks and the Latinos
We need more
and the
professional
whites.
soccer players from Chicago, man. I don't know why we don't.
Professional soccer player. Well, I'm gonna be honest. The fields are ass. No,
That doesn't stop NBA players from becoming
true,
NBA players. That's the thing.
true.
I mean,
You know what?
I think
True.
we've talked about this multiple times, where
Fuck
it's
me.
like, and no. I was gonna say that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like
Fuck me right in my ass.
in like France in France and like England, like they kind of like how people here like there's like so many like NBA players from Englewood that like
Mm.
they just keep playing because they even though they're from the streets. Over there, they have just canchas of soccer courts in the streets
That's what I'm
in the bad
saying.
neighborhoods too. I think if we had more of those, we start a revolution of like or a new generation of like soccer players that are born in America.
If we're keeping it up like 1,000%, I genuinely think the gangs also have a thing to play there. Because if
Yeah,
you were to remove like, mm, uh, I mean, I'm not saying every single gang member is secretly like a super athlete or whatever, but
yeah,
I would say a good chunk of them, if you were to take their like their dedication towards something and put it towards like sports
yeah,
and like that same like I gotta protect, I gotta like be here every day,
yeah,
instead of put that towards like I want to like better myself every day to become like a championship
yeah,
and have like a trophy with my name on it in my school
yeah.
or whatever. It'll be like
You're saying that like the gangs like in order because they're there, people are like, I can't be in a gang. I need to focus on basketball.
I'm saying that
Or at
like
the same time, they're doing both.
I'm saying that like like in a neighborhood, if
You
there's a
got two
chance
minutes,
that
by
you
the
know
way.
if you're hanging by the basketball courts, even if basketball is your passion, that you might either get fucked with, beat up, or shot. I think that's gonna hinder you from going and
Yeah,
practicing as much. And then that's just the kids that are outside of gangs. The people that are in gangs too, with like I
like
said,
your situation that happened that one time.
obviously, um,
I couldn't even
I
ball.
couldn't ball, man. Crips versus Bloods. What?
What?
Don't even have.
Imagine if versus Blood was just solved on basketball courts at all times instead of gun violence.
I wonder if that what's like a good slogan for that. You have to have a good slogan.
Oh, like keep it in the courts, not in the.
It's too wordy, man.
Yeah,
You need to
I need to work on that.
no guns,
I can't solve gang violence
no
if I can't
guns,
rhyme good.
no guns, more fouls.
No guns, more fouls.
So, you
This guy
still get to
fouled me
fuck them up
20 times. Time to shoot him.
for real.
This guy fouled me so fucking hard, and he's like, "Nah, bro, this is how we play."
Coach, what's the limit until I can smoke a fool in the face?
That's really fun. I can't laugh, but that's really funny. I really
6,
want to
7.
laugh right now. This is gonna physically hurt me, man. I want to let it to audience.
It's gonna
know.
physically hurt you.
It's gonna. You're right.
It's gonna hurt me.
Oh, I see. It's gonna physically hurt you, but it's gonna really hurt your mom's wallet. She has to pay for the $10,000 funeral.
SNAP benefits caught right before.
Ah.
Stupid.
What are you talking about?
Oh fuck. Oh man, that's crazy. If like Trump or like the administration, like they're just on the news one day and they're just like, we're not giving us stupid dumb bitch whores no money no more. And like you look at the TV and it's a picture of your mom.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to end the podcast there. We have to end it there.
Is that an outro music?
It's the alarm.
All right, yeah. We're gonna have to get out of here, guys. That's the alarm for us. Go on that Lemme Dink marathon. Go hit that like and subscribe. Comment down below if anything you guys want us to talk about in the future. And we're out of here.
Peace.
Peace.